Hello and welcome back to another episode. Today is a day that I have been very excited about for a while, and it's officially happening today. So today's plan is going to be after a year and a half, well, maybe not quite a year and a half, but maybe about a year, to finally install the rear coils on the Mini. And with that, the first track day is coming up in about 2 weeks. So there are lots of last minute things that we have to do to the Mini before she officially hits the track on March 25th. With that being said, today's day is strictly working on the coils. Now, the fronts have already been done. However, my front right needs massive adjustment. As I told you guys in a previous video, for some reason, it decided to sink on me way more than it should have, and the left side is still perfectly the way I left it. So we've got to adjust that right coil today, and then also we are going to install the rear coils. Over the next few weeks, the projects that still have to get done, not only do we have to do the coils, but we have to do brand new brakes, because my brakes right now are shot and they're not going to make it through a whole season. So we need to do new rotors, new calipers. I'm looking to do steel braided brake lines. We've got to do full fluid changes all the way from the brake fluid to the oil. And I would like to get my seats completely installed with the harnesses before the first event as well. So that's what we're looking to do over the next few weeks. Currently, I have got a trailer, and I'm going to pick up the Mini. The Mini is currently at my house in my garage. However, my garage is very tiny and very small. My mom is out of town for the next 2.5 weeks. So with that being said, I am driving up to my house to pick up my car, load it onto the trailer, and bring it back down here where I'm able to work on it in the garage, where it will stay for the next few weeks as I finalize everything that needs to get taken care of before the first event. Now you may be saying, Zane, why are you not driving your car? Well, it's currently not running, that's why. There's a few things I've got to take care of that need fixed, need adjusted in order to make it even possibly able to drive on the street, because there's just too much going on with it right now. So a few things got to work on, and also the car doesn't have insurance because it just gets track insurance during the track season, which is not currently track season yet. So we are going to make this our drive up to the capital, Columbus, pick up the car, and go from there.
Okay, it's rap packed to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do?
Alright, so we are just about to pull in here. Hoping that this is easy. I'm hoping that the Mini starts up and I'm able to drive onto the trailer, or else it's gonna make life a whole hell of a lot harder. I gotta grab my tools, put the Mini on, and we should be good to drive right back where we just came from, but at least we'll have the car with us. Alright, so got the car tied down. I'll tell you what, if you've never tied down a car on coilovers that have about this much space between the fender and the tire, and you're trying to fit the straps through, it's not a fun job. Hell no. Alright boys, you know you have a race car when this is what you come to when you pull it out of the garage. Not a good sign. Alright, that took entirely too long, but as you guys see, got everything out of the garage that I needed. So much stuff, but needed to bring everything that I'm going to need for this job. Got my coils, and then I brought some other stuff just to be safe. Anyhow, with that, we're back in the truck, about to get back on the road. It is freezing outside. It's 30 degrees. I'm hoping it warms up because I really don't want to work in this cold. I don't like cold. So that reminds me, if you guys haven't gone to my personal brand ZCo, link is right here for my Instagram page. Make sure you guys go like the Lamborghini track day video. I asked Snapchat to give me 200 likes, and we've now doubled that. We're almost to 400 likes. So make sure you go to that Instagram page, click like, much appreciated. Go watch the video. Well, I don't know if you heard that startup, but she barely started. She has not been running well. She's gonna need some work. I'll tell you one thing though, she is looking so pretty. Even without the bumper, that fitment though. Whew, those spacers, so dirty though. But next step is to get the garage cleaned out, take the trailer back, and then we'll get to work. So that'll be the next step. I do know that my clutch is slipping. Looks like it might be time for a new racing clutch before this season, because I don't know how well. Maybe it's just because I haven't drove the car in forever, but I doubt it. Alright guys, so a quick rundown of where we are. Everything's good to go. I've got everything set up, ready to attack these coilovers. Today's first priority is get the coilovers installed. However, it is currently 5 o'clock, and with that being said, I probably won't get it done in a short amount of time. The front ones on this were absolutely terrible. It was not an easy job, but this being a German car, had all sorts of different torque wrenches, and it was not an easy job. It took nearly a day and a half just to do the whole front. So I'm expecting the same on the rear. However, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put the car up and we're going to adjust this front right coil, because the front right coil has sunk dramatically, and I have this much clearance on my front right fender. Going into any corner, any type of speed, it runs. Rubs. So we're going to adjust that up, get that taken care of. From there, we're going to start the backs. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know how much daylight we have. Probably about an hour and a half of daylight. So we'll start and we'll see where we can get. We'll pick the rest up tomorrow, because I highly doubt that we'll get done with this tonight. And also, it's my best friend's wife's birthday tonight, so we are going out for some drinks and to have a good time. So I've got that in a few hours too. So first step is let's get this front taken off. Let's get this front put back up. Alright, so that part's done and taken care of. That was super easy, so I didn't even bother to record it. I knew it would be easy. Couple quick turns of the wrench, took the tire off, got my spinner wrenches, and we're good. This used to not even fit one. So one used to be max. Now I can fit two, which is the exact same as the other side over here. Two on this side as well. So that's good. That's taken care of. Now it's time to get to the hard part and get these rears installed. Alright, so this is what we're looking at right now. Everything's off. The hub's off. I just got off the phone with Pep Boys. This has got too much track performance on it, so I'm getting new calipers, or new pads I should say, new rotors. I want to get these off now, but I'm not going to, just because it'll make it easier to just get rid of the coils right now before I go to the brakes. So this right here, if you look on the back side, I think you can see that right there. This just needs to get removed, and we got to go up top and pull the coils out from the top after we unscrew these bolts. So I'm about to grab my impact wrench and get this bottom bolt off now. Alright, so this is so impacted on there that my impact doesn't even get it off. So we're about to get some PVC blaster and hopefully that'll take that off. Let's hope. And welcome to the life of working on cars. From here, I'm not really sure where to go. I guess I'm going to try to manually do this, but if an impactor wrench can do it, I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to do it, but it's worth a shot. Update. About 20 minutes of me personally just putting all my weight, literally every ounce of my 200-pound frame onto this bar. I got it. Thankfully. I got the hard part. Now it's just the easy part of letting the impact do the rest of the work. So let's let this satisfactory moment sink in. Ah, beautiful. Still a little bit of ways to go. There she is, boys. Thank God. Man, it's a big boat. She's coming out, though. She's coming out like a pregnant lady. Or the baby's... Yeah, forget it. There we are. All right, she's out. Now we just gotta make sure we don't get any brake lines caught, and she'll be good. Should be wearing a mask for this. Not really sure the best way to take this out, to be honest with you. I already disengaged the brake lines, but it's not a quick, easy fit out, that's for sure. There we go. Alright, working around the control arm, over that hub. What else have we caught up? Brake line here's caught. Spinning around that. Pull this over. This brake line is really getting in the way though. I mean really getting in the way. I think I'm going to have to rethink this. This brake line is not making things easy. I don't want to take the brake line out. I need to bleed the brakes, but I'm not doing that now, and I don't feel like making a mess. If I'm able to just get it, I've got all these coils, that's the issue. I can get it disengaged from up top and get it around. There we go. There we go. I got it. Over. Lastly. Ah. Woo. All right. There she is. All right. So the easier part of the job is done. Tell you what, so far this has been so much easier than the fronts. The fronts had about, I'd say 7 to 8 bolts. These rears, to get them out, only had 3. 2 up top holding in the hub, and then 1 central connecting your control arms. So now, the hard part that I don't like, I wouldn't say a hard part, but the annoying part is using these McPherson strut compressors. Compressing the struts and getting that bolt off the top so we can reuse our central hub adapter. So after working with everything, it is now time to install this new one. So these are Raceland coils. I have been running Raceland on the fronts now for probably about a year, and I absolutely love them. They are incredible, incredible coilovers. not too pricey, but at the same time they're great for track use. So if you guys want a good pair of coils for the track, not too expensive, it's going to break the bank, check out Raceland because they will suit your needs. Alright guys, so fast forward about 30 minutes and we are done. All that's left to do is put on the wheel. I'm not really sure what time I started. I kind of forget. I'm sure I'll remember what time I started once I go back in and edit this video. But in the meantime, coils are done on the right side. We still have the left side to do, so we're going to go ahead and put this wheel back on and then probably call it a night at least for these coils. Alright, so I just put the tire on it, I just lowered her. We're gonna have to go back and lower her some more unless she wants to be a monster truck. I mean, look at how much gap. I've got 5 fingers here, so we're gonna have to go back and I'm about to take this wheel back off so we can lower her some more. Alright guys, so I just got back in. Right side looks so much better now. There's about a 2-finger gap. We're going to shoot for the same thing in the left rear. However, it's getting late. It's 9 o'clock. It's so dark. Filming doesn't really work. It's just too dark. I don't really have great lighting out there. So I'm going to cut it right here for the night. So we're going to pick this up tomorrow. And tomorrow's plans are left rear and then possibly brakes. When I do the brakes, we're going to do brake fluid and a full flush. If I don't do the brakes, then we'll do an oil change, coolant flush, so all those last minute things, possibly my seats, but I don't have my seats here, so probably not those. So we'll pick this up tomorrow. And welcome back to another episode today. So as you guys saw yesterday, we did the right rears. Today we were doing the left rear. It has been good and bad with these coils. The front of the coils were absolute nightmare when we did them about a year ago. Now the rears have been so much easier and I've been a lot happier in doing the rears. So we should be able to knock these out here in about an hour or so, hopefully. It took me 2 hours last night, but after doing them once, I think I can get it pretty good. It typically wouldn't be that hard, but with a Mini, if you know anything about Minis, they're extremely hard to work on. So we'll see. Anyhow, I'll give you guys a shot of these. So that's the clearance that we ended up with that I kept from last night. So it's about 2 fingers, which is about the same with the front, but the rears are just a tad bit more than the front. So that's awesome. Now it's time to get to this left. So let's get this left rear done and break this out. Alright, so got the coil out. We're good. Time to work on this upper piece and get this bolt off so we can transfer that from that onto the new Raceland coil, which is right there. Go get Raceland coils. Alright guys, we're gonna fast forward here. Got the new Raceland coil in. All we gotta do here is tighten this last hub bolt and we are done. Here we go. And just like that, all that's left to do now is take this little brake line here and we are gonna push that into its little home. Go home, there you go. And take this brake line right here and slide that into its home. Just like that. Coil in, we are done. Alright guys, so I just got back from a little quick test drive with the car and it's incredible how low it is. So we were running a 0.5 negative camber in the rear and I currently run a 1-inch spacer up front. If I wanted to run a spacer in the back currently, I can't. With the back, we are tucked, we are slammed all the way, literally as low as it goes. The crazy part is, when I took it out for a test drive, I actually ran pretty hard through the neighborhood, going as quickly as I can without being stupid. And she didn't rub. somehow she didn't rub. So we're gonna leave it like this just for right now, just for shits and giggles. But obviously time track comes around, I gotta bring it up. But my plan is I've got to get track tires, like actual race performance tires, probably 888s is what I'm looking at this season, because I've got to stop running street tires. They have too much power up front, so every time I accelerate, the front just lifts off the ground. I have no traction, and it kills my time. So probably going to be running 888s, and with that, I'm going to run a spacer because it's not going to fit unless I run a spacer. So I already have a 1-inch spacer up front, probably going to go to a 1-inch in the back. So I know I'm going to have to raise it, but this is what it currently looks like. So you're completely slammed in the back. I mean, insane. There is absolutely no room there for anything. It's crazy. But up front, we're running a 2 up front. I broke a zip tie owning. We're running about a 2 up front. I mean, a rough 2, but we're running about a 2 up front. So rear, we've got nothing, obviously. So that's gonna have to come up. For right now, it's all right. I got so much to do right now. I'm not really worried about it. Now I've got to clean up this mess because I don't like messes. So time to clean this up. All right, we're cleaned up now. At least enough. All this stuff's gonna go in my truck to go back up to my house, but I'm not gonna put it in the truck right now because I don't want no one stealing it. So we're just gonna leave that there for now. All right, guys, so obviously we are done now. We are cleaned. I am out of the clothes that I wore for 2 straight days. Don't comment that I wore the same clothes 2 straight days. I know that. I changed, and then I put the same clothes back on, so I didn't have to ruin another set of clothes. So hence the reason for the same outfit, but we're changed. We're in new clothes. For the last couple hours since I've last talked to you, I've been doing a little bit of research, and I do have good news because I found out the tires I'm going to be running this track season and the brakes I'm going to be getting for this track season. Originally, brakes, I was going to go Brembo. However, I found a better deal, and after a few contacts, I've decided to go with TH Motorsports and their EBC S4 brakes, so that's what I will be running this track season. And for tires, I used to run a 205/45/17, which was my current size for the track, and I'm now running 205/40/17s with the Toyo 888s. So I've heard great things about those tires. So those are the tires that we will be running. With that, I'm done here. I'm going to end this video. It's probably about a mid-20 video. I've edited a little bit already. So you guys, I hope you guys have a great night and a great day and a great week and a great life. And I will see you guys very, very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed today's install. And there's so much more coming, especially with all the track days starting up and the weather starting to break. And I do have a huge event coming up on March 15th, which I will let you guys know about on March 15th. Until then, have a great night. Have a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later on. Peace out.